Good morning. How is everyone? So I am live from my living room. I was wanting to really go out in my sunroom, but it's still too cold in there. So then I was like, okay, at least we can have this beautiful background behind me. Seems like we're really far away from the window, but I swear we're not. It just looks that way. Oh yes. So let me see who's here. Hey, comment when you're here. There we go, Lisa. How you doing? Okay, so I'm really thinking about the spirit animal deck. That's one that I'm really thinking about. But we do have the unicorns and we do have the fairies. So let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking more about the spiritual one. Oh my God, the spirit animal one. So, you guys, I feel like I cheated on you. Hi, Kelly. During the event yesterday, the summit the virtual summit, it went really awesome. It was so much fun. Like it really was. I was only there for 3 hours, but I was really busy and I did card pulls and it reminded me of coffee and cards. But the thing is, like, you weren't there. So then I was like, wait a second. Like, I feel like it wasn't the same. Oh, Nancy, I seen that you actually made it to the summit too. I have to look at the raffle too because I don't know who won the readings and that kind of thing. Mm. Good morning, Kyla. It's awesome seeing you here. So, also today is the day where I announce the winner of the top fan reading, and it's going to be the last one that I do at least for a little while, right? We got to change it up. And then next week we are going to do coffee and crystal ball readings. Coffee and crystal ball readings. Okay. So, mm, good morning. Sorry, Facebook user, just saying face. There's a couple of people say Facebook reading, so Facebook users. So I just want to do this really quick, just in case I missed anyone. Is let me see, it is the top fan name. So if you actually go ahead and you comment, you should see if it says top fan near you or not, right? So I want to make sure I got everyone because I'll do this after we do our readings today. But I have Kathy H, Moni B, Colleen C, Lisa D, Michelle L, Melissa S, Rachel G, Rachel E, Jasna K, Desiree I, Becky H, Jacqueline T, Shauna B, Kathy R, Marion Mike, Teresa G, Lisa L, Rebecca D, Kelly R, Ann M, Kelly P, Kyla G, Michael W, Jackie C, Betty S, Renee LW, Robin K, and Selena. Okay, so if I didn't call your name and you actually do have that little top fan thing, then let me know. Okay? Yes. No, I can't see your name. Whoever said, can you see my name? I can't see it, but I'm super happy. And, I should also be live on Instagram and also Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if it's actually working though. It says it is, but I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. I think that on Instagram, it's supposed to show like it pulsing, right? I don't know. I really don't know Instagram, you guys, but I am trying to be more on it. So if you guys know, let me know. Oh, man, it says sometimes I can't see all the comments. That sucks. Okay, so, but I can see Tina's, and Tina's, I see that you are on YouTube, so I don't know what's going on. But I'm thinking, I don't think anyone said anything about what kind of cards we're gonna do. So we're gonna do the spirit animals then, right? We gotta get more out more in nature and stuff. Hey, good morning, Tiffany. You can't see it on Facebook? Oh, that's interesting. Because I know Tiffany Richmond, you're on Facebook, right? Oh, and Betty, I think is on Facebook. But I wonder if it's because you're in two groups. Like I'm in two groups. I should be on my Facebook page and in my Facebook page. There, you know what, Erica? I thought that was you. For some reason, I thought that was you, Erica, but no, I can't see it. Oh, but oh, you know what? I think it is. I think it's because now I see what they're saying. I think it's because I'm live in those two places. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on my phone so that I can see. Okay. No, it gets started. There we go. Now I can see it. Tara, I can see you now. Yep. And I can see Melissa. Yep. Okay, cool. Now I can see. Betty, are you serious? You were just looking at the animal deck? Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's not here. Oh well. So the people on Instagram are just gonna have to. I don't know. Whoops. 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 Okay. So I can see this on I can see the comments now because I got my handy dandy phone. So I'm sorry, Instagram people. Instagram, I'm still learning it. Hey Meg, I'm happy that you saw us over here. Thank you for letting me know. Oh yeah, but Betty, this is so your sign that this card deck is like it's totally for you then. I don't know. I think it is. I think it's a freaking amazing deck. I honestly, like here, I'll just show you guys some of like the pictures and stuff of this deck. It's just, I don't even know what it is about this deck. Well, that Dove Spirit seems like it's standing out, doesn't it? Like, I feel like I've already. Oh, yeah. So, just to let you know, maybe that's a sign for you, Betty. It says, be peace, have peace of mind, that kind of thing. But it's really cool. But, anyways, we already have some of. Let me know if you guys can see the spammer. Let me know. I forgot what you're supposed to let me know. But, anyways, I already got some of the things for this week, okay, is first it's going to be the bat spirit, right? It says a rebirth is assured. And I think it's really funny too because like this is talking about a transformation, you know what I mean? This is transformation and then also like the unknown and that kind of thing, right? And it's like if you're trying to get out of a rut, if you're trying to get out of a cycle, right? And you're really not sure if you're going the right way, if you're not really sure if it's going to have a happy ending, that kind of thing, right? This is your card really saying that no, it is happening. It's just that, rebirthing, transformation, making, going through a lot of changes and stuff like that. It's not easy, and it's very uncomfortable. And there's a lot of this unknown kind of feeling that's around it, even though you might feel supported and that kind of thing, right? And it's also bringing up the month of May. So it's like, who knows? All these little steps that you take right now are really going to, help you out when the month of May comes, right? And it's also, look at this too. Can you see like the bat with the third eye chakra too? Because that's just totally standing out to me. Just letting us know that like, just keep on relying on spirit. Just keep on relying on those little nudges, those little coincidences and things like that. And then you're really going to know that you're on the right path, when you get that confirmation. I keep on thinking about like when I was supposed to open up that office and that store, and remember you guys, remember I said a cow for no and a fox for yes. And I seen the cow, but the thing is that like the cow, I knew the cow was going to be there, because I was driving down the street and I knew that there was a cow statue to the left, right? So that didn't count if I knew the cow was there, right? No, it does count, but you also have free will, so I saw a fox afterwards, and that's where it can get confusing, people say, but it's always that first choice, that first one that you see, that first sign you see is going to be the one that's in the best interest, right? As long as you ask the word, is it in my best interest? It's for my highest good, not if I should do something. Like, should you do it? It's, they don't really understand it. All right, let's get them. Let's get them. Let's block them. Oh, actually, could someone else block them? Oh, maybe I could. All right, because sometimes when I do it, I lose access. Okay, it didn't happen. Okay. Oh my God, why did they do that? I am so sorry, guys. You know what? Okay, so you guys only see the one spammer, right? There's a couple of them on here. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing, y'all, so hopefully it'll stop the spammers. Um, Gosh, sometimes I forget how to do it. But those things really bother. You know what? Here we go. Gosh, it's like the way to do it is like totally disappeared. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. I just want to do this so that we don't get more on here. I know don't listen to them either if they oh, whatever. This isn't working. Okay. All right. Yeah, Tara, that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to see if I can. There we go. Now I got it. Okay. 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 All right. Am I still here? Okay, cool. All right. So I did something else to see if I can get them. Okay. All right. Okay. So awesome. This card is so awesome. Absolutely love it. That's going to be for Monday, right? So for Tuesday, it's hummingbird spirit. And it's funny saying be here now, but what I got is like living in the moment. You know what I mean? Definitely. It's like something just hit the window. Did you guys hear that? Maybe it was a hummingbird, right? So it's like be here right now, but it's like being in the present moment, right? It's like so often we're just wishing our life away, oh, I wish it could be Thursday, or I wish it could be Friday, or I wish it could be this date, and we really got to come back, we got to come back. And what else is it talking to? It's talking about love is near, and it's like, ooh, just be a little bit careful with the ones that you love, including like romantic relationships and, even friendships and stuff like that. Be a little bit nicer, especially when it's going on Tuesday, because it's like you really don't want to hurt the person. And for some reason, either you're going to be a little bit more moodier or they're going to be a little bit more sensitive. And we really don't want to, hurt some of those people that we love and that kind of stuff and plant those bad seeds and that kind of thing. Yes. Okay. Hmm. Interesting that I just got the month of November. Isn't that hilarious? No way. Tuesday is conscientious day. That is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Yes. I feel like too, someone needs to watch out for hummingbirds. You know what I mean? Like that is a symbol, that is something very close to them, that kind of thing. And then it's so funny that I got month of November because that's number 10. That's not even on there. No. And I'm blocking her. Okay. No, okay. So if anyone messages you guys for a reading and stuff like that, like don't do it. Like I said before, like real readers, they know that people will come to them. They don't ever reach out to anyone. The only time that they will do it is if they're like, oh, I felt really, no, just don't do it. Not on Facebook. All right, not on Facebook. Just don't do it. And if you have any questions, just message me. You know what I mean? And I will freaking take care of them for you or something. Okay. And oh my gosh, and it's your birth month too. I wonder if that is definitely like a sign, for you. Sorry, this card's upside down. Okay. So on Wednesday, it's the beaver spirit, right? Lay a solid foundation. So this is talking about getting to work on Wednesday. Especially for me, like I've been in a funk like this whole entire week. And I have been, definitely trying to keep moving and that kind of stuff. And so, maybe hopefully, right, it'll be totally released up on Wednesday. So if anyone else has been feeling funky, maybe the energy and that kind of stuff on Wednesday, it's time to get down to business. And the thing is that try not to be busy, right? We don't want to be busy, right? We want to be productive, right? So I have really tried not to be busy. I have a lot of stuff going on, of course. I think a lot of us do. But the thing is that I just keep on reprioritizing my stuff that I have to do. And it's like I say to spirit, I'm no longer available to be busy. So it's like I just have a lot to do. And then I just go ahead and I make sure that the times are right and that kind of stuff. And if I make a mistake and like I said, I overbook or something like that, then I let spirit go ahead and, help me decide like, okay, who like they just make someone cancel on me or they make it clear what should have my attention. So it was been a tough day for you today, Tara. No way. Rachel was like a few minutes ago I felt something was going to fly into your window. That is super cool. Super freaking cool. Like I feel like Rachel too, like this, you and Erica are so intuitive and on it. It's just that everyone's intuition has been so heightened lately. Can you guys feel that? It has been crazy. And even the amount of stuff that like I have picked up on and things like that, it's like amazing. I did this reading the other day and it was mediumship, but I mean like you guys never know what you're going to get, right? It's like you might get someone who is you might get a spirit and you might not get like a whole bunch of evidence. You never know what you're going to get. But this spirit, oh my gosh, within the first 15 minutes I got everything except for his name. You know what I mean? It was freaking amazing. I was like, wow. And it wasn't me, it was just like a connection to spirit. So when people are like, oh, you're so good and you can do this, it's like, no, it's like you have to give it to spirit. It's just that I allowed myself to have that information come through. And then also like my diet has changed, which really helps out, and the moving a lot has helped and that kind of thing. Mm. Oh my gosh, and the full moon's coming up too. I totally did not even realize it. Okay. And then surging, yes, full energy moon is rocking. See, I try to keep up with more of the moon stuff. I posted about it before, thinking if I posted it, I would stay up to date with it, but I don't, you know? Oh, and by the way, just try and do this, okay? Go ahead and look at the full moon and the new moons for the month of April, right? And do this. Just look and see if any of the times in the times that when the new moon comes up, that some, see if it draws you in, right? See if those resonate with you, those numbers, right? Because you guys, are you ready for this? It was June of 2019 going into July, and I was writing down my new moon wishes, right? And it was really funny because the new moon was happening at 3:16. Oh, which is right my number, right? And then the full moon or whatever, right, was coming 11:11. And I was like, "Oh my gosh," or the next new moon, right? So new moon and new moon. I like new moons better, right? I love new moons because it's fresh start, new beginnings, right? It comes in with that yin energy, right? So I absolutely love new moons, right? So it's like that's what my focus is. So, anyways, it was 3:16 from one new moon, and then to the next new moon, it was 11:11. You can freaking look this up, you guys. So I was like, oh my God, 3:16 is my number, 11:11. There is going to be some major freaking shit going on, right? I had that feeling and I knew it just by looking at the moon cycles. And guess what? That was when my mom passed away inside of that moon cycle. I can't even, you can't make this shit up. Mm. Oh my God, Rick, my brother's on here. He never comes on here. I should give him a card. Rick, we're almost done. And then we can get to you. It was really funny. I thought it was my other brother, and I was like, okay. Okay. So, anyways, Thursday is the cat spirit. And I had to tell you something too with this whole cat thing, right? I understand that it says claim your independence, but I also feel like this is a cat also in spirit coming out and reaching out. You know what I mean? This was one that I feel was like really, really close to someone that was here. And it was a cat that maybe I don't know. I just feel like this cat was like an old soul kind of cat, you know what I mean? That it wasn't like a regular cat, you know what I mean? It was like almost like you could talk to this cat telepathically. And then it was like a very sad passing, you know what I mean? This was either going to be something where you had to put the cat down, or it was going to be something like, something that gone wrong at the vet and then came home and passed away. I feel like you might have had this cat for a little bit too, as well, you know? So, anyways, and then they're also bringing me up to the month of April too. You know what I mean? So I feel like that. They're also talking about the 31st of the month as well. So, oh my gosh, Nancy, you reminded me. That deck is upstairs. Maybe I'll use another deck for today and then, pull the other one. Okay, you guys tell me. Do you guys want me to do my monthly card reading with the Gabby Bernstein deck that I usually do, or should I use another one? Right? So, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this, right? So this is our card for Friday, Butterfly Spirit. But I also feel like, too, this is also just a lot of past loved ones reaching out to us, right? There's a lot of signs. Oh my gosh. And Rick, are you still on here? You got to listen to this, right? So I decided I want to go to Starbucks. And why do I go to Starbucks? Because it reminds me of my mom, right? So, and I went and I was like, oh my gosh, please, angels, please don't have the line be long. Please don't have the line be long, right? And guess what? The line wasn't long. I didn't even wait. I was like, oh my God, this is freaking meant to be, right? So I go up to the window and this girl like hands me my coffee. And what's her name? Her name is Danny, right? And if you guys know, that is a name that only my mom and my Aunt Judy called me, was Danny, right? Everyone else calls me Heather. I went through a stage in middle school, but whatever. So her name was Danny. And I always play with my card that says Ellen Hobbs on it. And I just had to tell her that story because I was like, I totally think it's a sign from my mom, that like I meant when those things happen, it's like I know that my mom is where I am at and she's like, hey, I'm watching you. You know what I mean? I know what's going on in your life, like I'm here, and I'm noticing it. So anytime that weird things happen like that, I totally, that's how I take it. And so on Friday, that's going to be something that's really awesome. And then hopefully, if anyone's in a funk, going through a lot, that kind of stuff on Friday, hopefully you're going to be feeling a little bit better or definitely on the up and up to feel better, right? Oh my gosh, I totally love butterfly. You love butterflies too, Patty? Yes. Try a new deck. Oh, I love it. Okay, now you guys, the new deck. Should I do the unicorn one? Should I do a fairy one or whatever else? Because you guys know all my card decks. Like I have a zillion, right? Excuse me, and I'll go upstairs and get them. Okay. All right. So actually, let me take the picture of this so that I'll post these to. Oh my gosh, it zoomed in. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're good. Yeah. Okay. You guys love the fairies. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, you guys love fairies. Fairies? Fairies? Ooh, fairies, fairies, unicorn, fairies, unicorn. Oh, it's almost getting to be a tie. I might have to do the wheel of names for the unicorn and fairy. Let's do it. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, you know what? It's not gonna let me do. Okay. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, so unicorns is gonna be number one, fairies is gonna be number two. Oh, guess what, you guys? I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, how about this? Why don't we have our cake and eat it too? For the individual card pulls, I'll do from the fairies, but then for the monthly card, we're going to do the unicorns, right? I don't know how this is gonna go, you guys. Ooh, wow. And then get this. Guess what card just flew out of the deck? It says definitely yes. So we have to do it. Okay. Oh my gosh, and you guys know how I love unicorns, right? Like I got away from it in my older years, but I totally loved it when I was younger. My gosh, this deck is so like there's so much coming out of it. Oh my gosh, I'm scared, you guys. I want it to be like a really good one for the month. You guys notice I get kind of irritated, when okay. Oh my God. Okay. It's kind of like pick a card, but it's for pick a month, right? And then we'll do the individual card pulls, right? But like I love unicorns, like my whole life, like well, when I was younger, and I would have like I drew a big giant Pegasus on my wall, and I had all of like the statues and the pictures and things like that. And now unicorns are coming up all over the place, right? So I did that event last Sunday. So yesterday was an event, and then Sunday, right? And it was funny. She took a picture of me, and there was like a unicorn right beside me, like the poster that she had, which was a unicorn. And she's like, "Oh my God, it was so cool with you standing right there next to the unicorn." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's so neat." Okay, so you know what, you guys? I actually pulled four. So this is going to be for the month, right? So it's kind of like pick a card, right? But it's going to be instead of pick a card for the week, it's going to be pick a card for the month, right? So I don't know what they are. They were all face down, right? So this is going to be like a message to really hold on to for the month of April, okay? And then we will do the fairy deck for the individual card pulls, okay? And then we can also do pick a card at the end, for fairies for the week. So you guys kind of know what it's like to do pick a card, right? So this could be pick a card for a month. Okay. So you're just going to ask spirit. I just kind of like to move the energy around if you notice. That's what I'm doing, right? So I'm like, okay, spirit, help guide us to the card with a message for our highest good for the month of April, something that's just really going to help us make better choices, be on the best path, be so much happier and full of abundance. Okay, so I'm going to say A, B, C, D, and then you tell me, you just kind of, you can tell me in the comments which stands out to you. I might say one a little louder, one's going to be a little bit softer, whichever one stands out the most for you, right? And if there's one that you're resistant to, definitely keep that in mind because you just might not want it, but it's definitely a message still. Okay. Here we go. A, B, C, D. I'm going to do it again. A, B, C, D. Okay. So it totally seems like, oh my gosh, it's so funny that everyone did B because I was totally like guided to B and then C. And then the second time, it was a little bit more C than B. So it's definitely there. Something to do with B, a little bit of B, and definitely something with C. Okay. And I'm going to do something else while I'm here. What's this? Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Ready, you guys? All right. Ooh, so A is share. And it says when you share, everybody feels happy. You know what I mean? But I feel like this means like share your feelings. You know what I mean? Share what you love to do. You know what I mean? Share a little bit more stuff with yourself as well, right? This is talking about like, and it's also talking about like if you make something, if you create something, that kind of stuff, feeling free to share it with more people. You know, whether it's you crochet, do some kind of crafts, that kind of thing, then definitely share. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like talking to about sharing like your what is it called, like your skills. So if you're like a people person, if you can listen really well, you know, that kind of stuff, it's really talking about being of service to others, you know, but sharing the things that you love and being happy that you can share it, you know, and not having any kind of resentment towards it, right? I'll be honest with you, that's all that's coming up for this card. I think only a couple people chose it too. So okay, so ready, you guys ready for B? I love it. It's okay to be different, right? And it says you don't need to be like everyone else. You are just perfect as you are. And I freaking love this card so incredibly much, right? So embrace your uniqueness, you know what I mean? Embrace your craziness, you know? And I think I told you guys this, right? But like my husband's always been like, I'm so crazy, like I'm crazy and that kind of stuff because I'm a pistol. And now it's like I know that it's the thing that he absolutely loves and adores me because when I am not that way, when I'm not my crazy self, when I'm not like all over the place and that kind of stuff, he doesn't like it. He was like, I like my wife who is crazy and she's nuts and you never know what's going to come out of her mouth, you know? Oh my gosh, and it's so funny, you guys. I watch Jeopardy every single night and it's hilarious because sometimes I get things that are so like smart and intelligent, and my husband's like, oh my gosh. And then like the next time, like I'm like Morse code. And he was like, yeah, Morse code, you know, because the question was like an invention that's centuries old. And he was like, yeah, Morse code is 300 years old, Heather. And I'm like, you know, so he never knows. But that's the joy of life, you know what I mean? Being different, and that's all right, you know? So it's like whether you have like a physical ailment, you know, like your nose is weird or whatever, like that is what is freaking makes you cool, you know? Like look at Madonna with a gap between her teeth, you know what I mean? The guy from the new guy, that actor, you know what I'm talking about from the new guy, the movie, you know, like he popped into my head too, you know, because he's different because of his, you know, uniqueness, but that's what makes him him. And it was makes him so freaking awesome. Right. And so I'm definitely taking that. Right. So we have to embrace our uniqueness, whatever makes us different. Maybe we have ADD, or maybe we are freaking, you know, we have a physical ailment, you know what I mean? Or maybe we just see things differently, you know, that kind of stuff. But we have to be like getting on with our bad self. You know what I think? I think that this is not, there we go. Okay. So here's card C. Are you ready? I'm kind of nervous. Wait a second. Nancy was like, I just shared this before you showed the share card. Boom. Okay. So if that happens, that is totally 100%, right? Just spirit saying, hey, number one, they're with you. Number two, you got the mad skills, right? You're hearing them right, right? So, oh my God, that is so freaking cool, Nancy. I just think that's so awesome, right? All right, here we go. Worth waiting for. Ooh, so what is this, right? Your patience will be rewarded. Okay, I totally know what this means for me because even though I don't really know what is coming, you know what I mean, or what I want to come, that kind of stuff, they're just reassuring you that like, hey, you know what? You have to be living in this moment. You have to enjoy the journey, right? So maybe you're trying to get anxious to get somewhere. Maybe it's somewhere where it's like you're better set financially. You have more abundance. You know what I mean? You have more time. Whatever it is that you're reaching for that you really want, you know what I mean? Whether it's a move, a new job, you know, that kind of thing, right? So spirit is like, hey, just be patient, enjoying these moments, you know what I mean? And knowing that it is coming and it's going to come in divine timing, right? When we step in and we do too much, we can fuck up the whole entire thing, right? Sorry for swearing, but guess what? It is. I just keep on picturing like spirit. I think I told someone this recently, right? Spirit is like sorry, spirit is our parent and we're like a 2 or 3 year old little kid, right? And so when we try to do things ourselves, we could just totally mess it up, but spirit's like, hey, I got it, I'll clean it up, I'll get you cereal. And then we're like, no, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust that you're going to give me cereal the kind I want when I want it, so I'm just going to try and do it myself. And then you create this big huge freaking mess, and then spirit's like, oh my God, like I'm going to have, what am I going to do with this person, you know? So definitely it's talking about you being on the right path. It's talking about being more flexible as well. It's also saying to watch out for foxes. You know what I mean? For some reason, they're bringing up foxes in that song, What Does a Fox Say? Is like totally coming up, right? And then it's like, don't ignore your emotions either, right? So you have to pay attention to those gut instincts, you know? So that's what really is coming up for the month of um April for us, paying attention to our gut instincts, right? Being patient, being in the moment, right? And our job here is just to tell spirit, to tell God, to tell the universe, whatever you believe in, right? That I want this, right? And then it's up to spirit to figure out the how it's going to happen, right? If you want more money or whatever like that, or whatever it is, don't say like, I want money from this. No, just keep your set on more money and that kind of stuff, right? And keep thinking about more money, not how you don't have more money, right? And then all of a suddenly spirit will bring through money to you in weird freaking crazy right ways, right? I told you guys about how I got like a gift card from Lexus, which is my car, right? And they're like, oh, we charged you too much for your alternator. And I'm like, what? And it was like $200. I was like, okay, I didn't even notice that. Like, you charged me? That's weird. Thank you for being honest. Hmm. Oh, I told you that spirit was the parent. There we go. Yes. I love that. Okay. All right, and so now this is card D, you guys. Oh, I love this. It says happy thoughts, right? And it says to feel happy right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile, right? But this is also talking about being more present in the moment. Like, well, not present in the moment, right? But just being aware of your thoughts in the present moment, right? Are they going against you or for you, right? So if you're going on and saying, kind of like the negative Nancy thing, everything always happens bad, you know what I mean? That things never work out, are you thinking those things? Like, I totally suck. Why did I freaking do that? Why did I be such an idiot? Why do I have to be this way? Oh my gosh, it's horrible, right? Instead of being like, man, I freaking learned from that. That was freaking awesome how much I learned. Oh my gosh, at least I like Thomas Edison, right? He's like how many like he says that he didn't fail 900 times inventing the light bulb or whatever. He just found 900 different ways that it didn't work, right? So it's that kind of thing, shifting your perspective to something that's a little bit better, you know what I mean? And being like, wow, I'm really happy that I learned that so I don't have to do that next time, you know what I mean? Wow, I'm really different, you know what I mean? How I learn, like just different things like that. You have to be focused on the happy stuff. And I tell you what, it works 1000 freaking percent. And I know that there's people here is like they know it works. Look, like my whole life changed once I started changing my thoughts, you know what I mean? Once I started thinking that I am good enough for things, you know what I mean? I am worthy of things. And then all of a sudden it's like my life started changing. I used to read what me and my sister called smut magazines, but they were just like all of the gossip for all of the celebrities. And then I weaned myself off of that. And then, I just kept on changing because if you what is it called? If you live in that kind of vibration, then you're going to attract that because your vibration attracts what you get. So now a lot of it is all just I don't watch that stuff. I don't do any of that. I just make sure that I keep myself around positive things. And sometimes I might have girl talk with you guys, you know what I mean, or some girls, at lunch and that kind of thing. But for the most part, I play my part, your human part. But other than that, I just don't give into it anymore. Right. And so I love that. Did you guys like my spirit explanation? Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Happy thoughts. Yep. I love that card. I know, me too. I'm gonna put that up in my office. And that's a message I've been getting all last week. Patty, oh my gosh, that is so funny. D is what I was thinking yesterday and changing my mindset. Yes. And I'll be honest, I think I told you guys this or I told someone this, I don't remember, but I actually have I have alarm set on my phone 3 times a day. So it's at 9, around 12 or 12:30, and then around 3 o'clock. And it reminds me to keep my mindset positive. You know what I mean? And it's just been helping me so much because I look down at it. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually changing my ringtone so that it's not white noise. And yeah, my ringtone, guess what my ringtone is? Like well, for alarms and stuff like that. It is Psych. You guys know Psych, the TV show. I love Psych. I love Psych so much. I've watched it like throughout the whole series a couple times. I'm watching it again and I love it because it's like, I know, that I'm not telling the truth. I know, it's not whatever, but a ruse or whatever. Okay. So we're gonna do some of the individual card pulls and then we'll do pick a card at the end. And don't have me not forget to announce the winner, you guys. Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay. I'm really drawn to you, Christine. And it's so funny because I'm going to give you both of these cards, even though I know the card at the bottom is really for you. Okay. It says new opportunity, right? So if you're getting this new opportunity to do whatever it is, then you definitely have to do it, right? For some reason, they're talking about you networking or having to be with other people. And I do feel like it's some kind of move, some kind of change that you're leaving behind. And perhaps you're not really wanting to leave it behind, you know? So, but it's like, hey, embrace that resistance and embrace that change. And it's really going to be good for you in the end, right? So let me see what the other card is. Ooh, detoxification, right? So making sure that you get maybe some of those essential oils, that Epsom salt, that kind of thing, clearing some of your energy out, that kind of stuff is really what they're talking to me about, you know, and how I always say, hey, when you take a shower, just imagine that it's golden white light, you know, washing down upon you. That's really going to help out as well. You know, like a lot of people definitely feeling a lot of energy build up in your shoulders and in your back, right? And they're also talking about changes coming. And I really feel too that this might be even like a body change to where it's like they're talking about more food sensitivities, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? So they just kind of want you to be more aware of your body and definitely caring a little bit more for your body. And yes, I feel like that's what they're talking to me about. So here's your cards for you. I don't know how to make these straight. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that spammer, right? Okay. All right. And this is for Nancy, right? It's talking about honoring your true feelings. Oh, hey, you guys. Did you guys my husband was playing around with a whiteout. And so he put them all over my so if you guys see that, that's what that is. He was just playing around and he like the other night on last night, and so that's what that is. So anyways, so I was talking about honoring your true feelings. I just feel like there's some people in your life, Nancy, that need to know how you truly feel, and it's like allowing it to come out. And it's like not ignoring some of your emotions, you know, and I'll be honest with you, like I totally see you as her. And do you see that waterfall that is representing like your emotions and that kind of stuff? And you're cool here, you're fine, you know what I mean? But it's right behind you. And it's like they're really drawing you to that, saying that, like, hey, you really need to honor them. You need to figure out how it is you feel, and then really letting other people know that's how you feel. And it's like not feeling that you're mean or anything like that. It's like some people just need to hear some of the truth from you, you know? I feel like it's family. Okay. Okay. Oh yes, and Christine's like networking with my Reiki, and yes, noticing more food sensitivity. Yep, and you know how that is. You know, anytime that you're doing more of that spiritual work and stuff like that, it always changes. Okay, and Kyla, are you on here, Kyla? Kyla, ooh. So, magic of nature. It's talking about having to get outside more, right? It was also talking about the month of March too. So, I'm not sure if March had any kind of special celebrations, birthdays, that kind of thing. But I feel like spirit was definitely with you. So, if you have any loved ones that had a birthday celebration, that kind of stuff, this is talking about how their past loved ones was with them around this time too, right? And so, it's also talking about, you know, having other people to go on walks with and being outside in nature with, right? Saying that also that you connect really well with nature. So anytime that you're not feeling right, you're not feeling good, that kind of stuff, it's all about getting out of the house and, you know what I mean, where the energy is more free moving, right? That's what we really have to do, right? It's because inside everything is dead. There is no life force on this. There's only life force on our plants we bring from inside and our food and our pets, right? That's where the life force energy is moving, is out there. And that's the reason why we feel better when we're out there, because we're moving that energy. You know, we're around chi, prana, whatever you want to call it, right? And here we're not, right? And then it's also talking about awakening to your true self. So it's also talking about just being a little bit more lenient on yourself, right? Being a little bit nicer to yourself because you're going through a lot. You know what I mean? Like inner stuff, right? So it's just talking about, hey, you know what? You're just learning a lot about yourself right now. Take it a little easy, you know, especially if you're not perfect and that kind of stuff too. And then you know what we have to do? We have to look up what the sign of a peacock feather is, because that's totally standing out to me right now. Yes. So that's what's going on for you. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, Tamara, that's so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. 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 Oh yeah, Karina MK, how you doing? Okay, that's awesome that you guys can't see it. Ooh, Karina, I just have to tell you that like I have had this card deck. I want to say 5 years, 5 years. And I have literally never seen this card, right? Because I would notice this card because it's totally unlike the rest of the cards, right? See how that big blue is just like bam, right? It's talking about laughter. It's talking about not taking life so seriously. It's talking about finding fun times, right? It's about freaking finding something fun for yourself to do and allowing yourself to play. No joke, I took a walk yesterday and I almost ran back to the house to get my car to go to like Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever because I wanted to rollerblade because I used to rollerblade all the time when I'm a teenager. But then of course when I came back to the house, it's like Heather, you're accident prone and you're going to like break a bone and that kind of stuff and it's going to be horrible. But I still definitely want to do rollerblades, right? So it's like almost like you have to like do something that you used to love to do. You know what I mean? Embrace yourself. You know what I mean? Embrace what you have done in the past, things that make you happy, and being around people that are better. That's another thing too. People that are high vibrating, right? People that like bring out the best in you and not the worst in you, because they're really talking about the people that you are surrounding yourself with, and it's like you are going down rabbit holes in your mind that you shouldn't go down. You don't have to go down that dark side, because that's just where the ego lives and that's just going to make things worse, right? And so if you can find people, better people to be around that make you happier, that kind of stuff that bring out the better in you, that's good. And then for you guys that are in Michigan, meetup.com. Okay, so first, Karina, if you're not in Michigan, I don't care where you are, go to meetup.com. Right. And that's where you can really find groups of people with the same interests. Right. So I have a meetup group. So any of you guys who are on the meetup group, right, I am thinking about doing a spiritual talk walk, right? So we can go to like Dodge Park or something like that, and we could just walk. People could have social distancing. They don't have to be close. They can wear masks and not. And it's going to be in honor of celebrating the meetup group's third birthday. So the meetup group's going to be 3 years old, May 8th. So I figured that around that day that we could do something fun. So let me know what you guys think about that. Okay. Okay, I don't see. 1 second. Okay. Okay. It says, yeah, it means how you view yourself. Yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. And someone's like, yes, okay. Oh my gosh, you have to look up what a turkey means. You totally have to look up what a turkey means because it's actually a really good symbolism with turkey. Like I forgot what it is, but I had a turkey somewhere too, and I looked at the symbolism for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Oh yeah, Tina Blake. Yeah, definitely drawn to you, right? So it's like talking about trusting your intuition, knowing that you're getting things right. You know what I mean? Knowing that you have that good gut instinct, right? And the more that you pay attention to it, then the stronger that it's going to get, right? And so your intuition is going to be the one that's usually softer, right? It's the one that tells you like, oh my God, did you leave the car keys? That kind of thing, right? Your ego is usually louder. Usually it's always has some kind of emotion. A lot of times it's like a negative thing too, a lot of times, right? And there's also another one too. And it says problem resolved, right? So it's like if you're like, oh my God, like I don't even know if this is going to work out. I don't know how it's going to work out, right? It's like how many times do we spend worrying on things that don't even freaking matter, right? It's like it always works itself out. And so it's like worrying doesn't do anything. Worrying is about contemplating and contemplating a outcome of an imaginary future that doesn't even exist yet. So that's one thing. And another thing too, spirit's definitely with you. Some past loved ones especially are showing me the butterfly, you know what I mean, as a symbol to let you know that they're around. Definitely the butterfly on the back of the card too, right? Yes. And it's like wanting you to embrace like all parts of yourself, you know what I mean? So if you were sassy to someone, right? Oh well, you know what I mean? Like, it's like almost like they don't have to be so sensitive, you know what I mean? So embrace that sassy part of yourself, embrace those kind of things, right? For some reason. They're bringing me up like a C name as well. So a C name that's around you. I'm not sure if they're live, if they're past, right? But they're also talking about some kind of trip in the distance. So I'm not sure this is like a trip that you already just took or it's coming up, but they're showing me that as well. And they're showing me you near water as well. So it's like if you have that kind of opportunity to like go to Florida, go near the coast or whatever like that, definitely do that. Is there a spammer? Okay. All right. Ray Louise. Ooh, environmental awareness. No, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and do that, but it does say that you are definitely connected with nature, right? And spending more time out in nature is really, really going to help you. It's just going to help you feel a little bit better. For some reason, I'm just noticing some of that fatigue that keeps on coming. Maybe it's intermittent fatigue, that kind of thing. It's definitely going to help you. And along with, we already talked about that. This is for Ray. There's a little bit of that detoxification, maybe even get like a healing done if you never have. That's going to be great. Or getting some sage spray, and that's just going to help you cleanse your aura. Like I have sage and I have sage spray. I use sage spray all the time. My son is like, Mom, it's not supposed to be like perfume, right? Ooh, and also, right, it's talking about trusting your intuition because I feel like right now spirit's trying to get close to you. So making sure that you're actually paying attention to those signs, those symbols, those kinds of things, the numbers on the clock, that kind of thing, because they're really trying to reach out to you. So the more that you trust in them, then the better that it's going to get, right? So they're also telling me to like enjoy the journey right now, not to worry so much. It just seems like maybe not right now, but in like the next few months or so, it's just talking about some changes coming up, but good changes. So just keep your mind on the positive stuff, okay? It's like it's too negative. Don't be a negative Nancy, right? We got to be more positive, right? And it's just talking about too, if you're feeling like someone is not being truthful to you, that kind of thing, it's like you're feeling that way for a reason. Something is off. So don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them, think anything different, because there's something there, right? You have to trust yourself and you have to honor yourself, and you have to just keep on digging in deep to see. I know that you have a lot of issues from the past, seeds that are still from like previous relationships and that kind of thing, but there's still something there, So it's kind of like what they're talking to me about, right? Okay. 1 second. Okay. Yes. Okay. And Rachel Elizabeth. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this one popped out, right? Miracle healing. So it's like, first off, knowing that miracles can happen, right? So if you find yourself stuck in a rut or that kind of thing and not showing what to do, like, hey, it's all right. You know what I mean? It's like you're moving towards it. And it's also talking about how you are really moving towards like healing the earth as well. So it's like kind of keep focused on that that's just really going to help out. It's like the more that you focus on like your spiritual stuff, then the more than other parts of your life are going to fall into place, right? So it's like, it's just because you're going to be able to make better decisions. You're going to know exactly what to do in other areas of your life, right? And it also talks about parenting and children. So it's kind of like, it's like they're saying to go ahead and, you know, be on your spiritual path, focus on your spiritual stuff. And then all of a sudden the parenting and children card came up. So I feel like it's like what's ever going on in your family dynamic. So whether it's, a relationship, kids, that kind of stuff too, it's like spirit is saying, hey, we're there, we're watching it, that kind of thing. You don't have to worry so much about it. It's like I feel like they're also saying that it's going to fix itself, that kind of vibe. So you just don't have to worry and don't put any kind of more of unwanted energy into it. Okay. And let me do this because for some reason it takes forever. Man child, there you go. Yep. Yep. Heal the earth, not toxic people. No, I don't feel like you need to heal toxic people. It's not up to you to do that. It's like you can only like what is it called? Like bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's the kind of vibe that's coming up for this person. So it's like, yeah, it's going to work itself out. Allow the natural course to unfold, even if it's not the one that you like, you want, because you know how it is, right? Spirit will bring back what's meant to be. Yeah. Trudy Glenn. Woo, Trudy. As soon as I said your name, right? So, ooh, Trudy. Trudy, right? This card, I don't think has ever came up either, right? And it's the sexuality card. I don't know how many times that you've watched Coffee and Cards, right? But basically, it's just like saying, hey, honor that part of yourself, honor your femininity, you know what I mean? To being beautiful and honor your body and that kind of stuff and do things. And even if it's just on putting on a pair of earrings that make you feel a little bit better, you know what I mean? Getting yourself a shirt, you know what I mean? That makes you feel good and that kind of stuff. And for me, I know you guys know this, but like, I love like the shoulder. Like I just love shouldering my shoulder. Like I still can't do it. Like those girls. Oh, whoops! Look at that. That's on here. But those girls that are like they're like this. Like, I can't do that. Like, no, like, oh my God. Like, I'm like way too modest for that. But truly, that's one of the messages for you. And I think too, what they're talking about too is going to heal some of that root chakra. So if you have any kind of issues with female stuff, that kind of thing, then, know that that's also going to help it out. You know what I mean? Because they're just talking about the security too. A lot of security you haven't had your whole life. You know what I mean? So there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of crap, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff throughout your whole life to really makes you think like, oh my God, I have no security, I don't have a foundation. So that could be a lot of money problems growing up, you know what I mean? Not having a stable place to live, that kind of stuff. And embracing, parts of yourself like that, you know what I mean, are really going to help it because it's going to be, helping out that root chakra, right? And it also says new location. Yes. It says new location. Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's talking about the month of March too. And then like a Kyle or Kylie or Kai getting Kai. Oh my God, I totally did. I totally forgot about my brother. I'm so sorry. Why didn't you say anything, Rick? He never comes on here, you guys, so I have to do one for him. Oh, is he still on here? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pull him one anyways and then see. I'm such a bad sister, aren't I? Yeah, so let me know, Trudy. That is kind of funny, isn't it? Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. She's like, you know what? So my brother, he needs to let his inner child. He needs to go out and play more, which I think he just went on a hike the other day with his wifey, when the kid's away, that kind of stuff. I think he also needs to. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Oh, sorry. Anyways, so this is for Rick if you're still on, right? And then it's also like, yeah, totally see you playing a lot with Jason, that kind of stuff. Cause see her holding a teddy bear, that kind of stuff. That's freaking awesome, right? And it's like keep on going, following your dreams, Rick. Don't let people hold you back and that kind of stuff, right? Just keep on going. You know what I mean? You're doing a really good job. It's just a little bit about believing in yourself, right? And seriously, a couple cards came up. So it says follow your dreams, and the next one is dreams come true. Bam, bam, and romantic partner. So that means hopefully your wife will be coming too as well. Okay. Do you guys see that weird one? These weird ones? You guys see that weird comment? Like I'm still wondering if they're a spammer or not. Let me see this. Okay. I don't even know why I'm still shuffling. Okay, you guys. Okay, okay. Oh my gosh. So Kyle passed away a long time ago. That's why I got the name Kyle. Yay! So Kyle came by to say hi. That was freaking cool. Kyle must be freaking awesome, by the way, because I didn't feel him here. I just heard the name. So just knowing that you might not be able to feel him around, but you just might be able to get those thoughts, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So, okay. All right. I think it's actually time for pick a card, you guys. Right? Sorry, I can't get to everyone today. So we're gonna do pick a card and then we will do the yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Christine. Yep. So we're gonna do pick a card. Okay, this one's definitely that one. We're gonna do pick a card for the week now. Okay. Okay. Even if they seem nice, you guys, and people reaching out to you for readings, and even if they look like they are someone that you could trust, don't. They go ahead and they change their profile pictures. They steal other people's pictures. Look at the one that they were pretending to be me. And Facebook wouldn't even put it down. Literally. You know what I mean? It's like even had my freaking face on it. It's like that's not me, you guys. Okay. See, I thought you loved me. See, Becky. Oh my gosh. I want to tell them one story. Okay. So you guys, we're gonna do pick a card. So if you want to start tuning into A, B, C, or D, because we have 4 cards today at school. But it's really funny because I'm gonna tell a story, Rick, because I love Ricky. Rick, his name is Richard. Rick, we used to call him Ricky. Now he's grown up, so now he goes by Rick, right? But we also call him Dickers. And so it was really funny because after my mom passed away, I was going through her phone just to let everyone know that kind of thing, right? And it was really funny because she had a picture text message, right, from someone named Dick. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to see like who this is because I didn't think my mom would have I was thinking it was maybe one of her boyfriends or something, or, who knows with my mom, you just never knew. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm really afraid to look at this text message because it's a picture. And what if it is a picture of a man's thing? And so it took me so long. It probably took me like a day and a half or whatever to finally, at least a day and a half, to finally open up the text message. And it was from my brother Rick. And apparently his name was Dick in my mom's phone for Dickers, right? So don't censor me, right? Yes, he's too grown up. He needs to find his inner child. You see that? Rick, you need to go by Ricky again, and then you need to go out fishing more. So if Lauren, his wife, gets pissed off that he has to go fishing, like you can say, hey, the gods are saying that I need to, you know? No way. Christine, your brother's name was Richard too, and he passed on. I think it's a total sign that Rick's with us now because like my brother Rick has never came on here before that I know of. If you have Rick, you never said hi, so I think that's a total sign. Oh yeah, you know what? I can still block all these spammers that you guys can't see. Oh yes, you did get the last one. I didn't even think about that. He's trying. I know it's hard, find the fun in the little things, right? As much as we can. The little bike rides, the little crazy things, putting white out on your wife's hands. You know, he just took my hand and started doing it. It's weird. Okay, here we go for this week, right? Please help guide us to a message for our highest good that would help us for this week. What can help us bring more happiness, more abundance, more of anything that we want? Which card is for us? Help guide us to that perfect card for us. All right, we have card A, card B, card C, and card D. Let me say it again. Card A, card B, card C, card D. Oh, and Richard is Nancy's maiden name. That is so freaking cool. Oh my God, did I block Sharon? I don't think I meant to do that. Did I do that? Okay, I don't know. Anyways, all right. You know what, Betty? I'm going with D as well. It kind of sucks we have to wait all the way into the end to actually get our messages, but whatever, we got to do it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's card A. Ooh, make music. Yes, I love it. So it's just really honestly, what this is really talking about is listening to music, getting out of your own head, having some more fun with music. Like my last walk yesterday, that's all I did was listen to music. Music from my childhood, like from when I was 15 or whatever. I'll be honest, I listened to Backstreet Boys and it was freaking awesome. And then Genie in the Bottle came up by freaking Christina Aguilera, and that was freaking awesome, right? And then I'm sitting there trying not to dance to I want it that way, right? So it's like listening to that fun songs, you know what I mean? And then even like I love Elvis, you know what I mean? It's like it's been a long time since I listened to Elvis. But like my grandma loved Elvis and that kind of stuff. I got into Elvis in my 20s. So listening to songs that you haven't listened to in so long, and then even going for a walk and listening to that kind of music is totally just going to make your vibration come up a little bit higher. It's going to help you get outside of your own head. And you're also going to have some signs from past loved ones through songs, through music, right? I don't think my mom was a very big music person, but I know that some songs are sent through her, right? And it was really funny. I had to tell you this one more story, right? I was at work. My mom had been passed away for like a week, and I was trying to meditate. I had my headphones in, and I was like this, and I'm listening to songs in Sanskrit, right? So I don't understand all Sanskrit, right? But then all of a suddenly, the next song that came on was the song saying, I am with you. Don't forget about me. I am with you. I am with you. And I mean, I started ugly crying, you guys. I mean, ugly crying. And people sat down on the bench next to me and I'm ugly crying. And what I mean by ugly crying was like snot, everything, right? And I am like, how do I even stand up right now? Because like I have boogers and everything else. It was crazy, right? And then Lisa's like, music is everything and takes to me the exact moments in time. Yes, I love it. I get messages from those who passed. Yes. Exactly. So if you're looking at yes, and it doesn't mean that they had to listen to that kind of music or that person and that kind of stuff. It's like, my mom never listened to freaking Sanskrit freaking music. It was by Jaja Jesh. I'm not sure if you guys know them. Freaking love them, right? And so yeah, totally see that. You knew, shared a awesome. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Ooh, stand your ground for people who chose B, right? So this is talking about that you know the right thing. You got this, right? It's not time to let other people win, right? It is actually a time for you to stand up for yourself because you know what is right, right? It is just keep on going back that way, right? Honestly, there's nothing else that's coming up for this card. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to be a bitch about it, you know what I mean? But they're like, hey, stand your ground. You got this, you know? It's like don't allow other people to, bestow upon their advice and what you should do and that kind of thing. It's like, you got this, keep on going with the way that you were going. And it's also talking about that you are protected. And then also, if you want to use crystals like a rose quartz, that kind of thing to absorb that negative energy from people when they, don't be afraid, it's just like, get the confidence, ask spirit for help, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. If you have to have a confrontation with someone, you know what I mean? Just literally just say your one sentence and then if they're going to be all drama about it, just step away from your phone for a few hours, that kind of stuff. And a lot of times it'll just work its way out, Yeah. Oh yeah, and so Tara, yeah, you chose B. Yes. I've done it before. Like I've had to like not kick people out, but tell them that they can't come back to my group and that kind of stuff. And honestly, it just kind of works its way out. It's like, hey, I didn't like blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Is there something, I came from a nice place. And the next thing you know, it's all like all craziness. And I just like stepped away and then I came back and they had removed themselves. I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm like, all right, it is what it is. You get a song every morning when I wake up. What do you get, Cheryl? What song do you get? Okay. Here is one C. I still want to know Cheryl's song. Here we go. Inner child. Let me see. Is my brother still on here? Oh, Rick chose D. You got away with it, right? So C is talking about inner child. So not just Rick, right? Apparently, whoever chose C too, you need to embrace it. You need to have a little bit more fun, right? You need to get your rollerblades on and go dance to Backstreet Boys like I used to do when I was 15. Can I? It's freaking raining out, you guys. I can't go rollerblading in the rain. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but maybe we can play in the rain, right? That'd be embracing our inner child, right? But our inner child is like the adult when we grow up that's like, oh my gosh, and then my floor is gonna be wet and I'm gonna have to wash all these towels and things like that. So oh darn, you can't remember the song? Yeah, that happens a lot, but yeah, that's really cool. So you need to have some fun if you chose number C, right? You got to embrace your inner child. You got to have a little bit more fun. You have to reach out to the things that you used to like to do when you were younger and you haven't done it, whether it's rollerblading, roller skating, you know what I mean? Whether it's coloring, paint by numbers, you know what I mean? Whatever you used to do when you were younger, try and bring that back. And if you don't remember what you used to do when you were younger, do what I did the other day. And what I did was I took a walk and then I went ahead and listened to those old songs and it brought back so many memories. So think about what music you used to listen to. And if you don't know, then ask someone, ask your brother, ask your sister, ask your parents, you know what I mean? Ask a family member, ask a friend, you know what I mean, that you had, being like, hey, what do we always listen to? And for some reason, TLC came up right now. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy can get no love from me, right? So, okay, let me do this. And okay. Is it only Michiganders that say number C? Probably. Okay. It's for the week. So you had the whole week to rollerblade. Yes, exactly. I started searching for rollerblades last night. And it was really funny because when I came back home, I was like, I'm buying rollerblades right now. But for some reason, Spirit told me to stop and not to do it. And they're like, hey, take your time, get the reviews, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, I want to rollerblade tomorrow. And then guess what? It rained. So I wouldn't been able to rollerblade today. Oh, see? And then if you start humming songs and that kind of stuff, then try and figure out who in spirit like that song. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Right. So if I start singing Harper Valley PTA, that was my mom's song. If I start singing any Randy Travis songs, then I know that's my Aunt Juju, right? If I start singing like Social Distortion, that kind of thing, that I know is Jay. Elvis is going to be my grandma. So if you find yourself with a song in your head, that's the reason why they're putting it in your head, right? Ooh, you guys. D. Oh, 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 and it's really funny. Remember my brother Rick, right? It was like, follow your dreams. And then it was dreams come true. And he got that card again, right? So definitely for me too. It's like, hey, you're on the right path. Keep on going, right? Don't let the challenges stop you. You know what I mean? It's like all you have to do is keep up that faith and keep up that positivity that good things are on their way, right? And it's like, hey, and you also deserve your dreams too, whatever they are. We don't have to, we're in such a scarcity mindset being like, oh, I don't need that much money. I don't need all this. You know what I mean? There's not enough to go around. The freaking universe is freaking abundant as AF, right? There is plenty for everyone. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta get that crap out of our head. And we gotta get out of the head like, oh no, because then it's not gonna no, there's enough for everyone. It's just that's been instilled in our parents and the parents before them and that kind of stuff, right? And it's like we gotta break the damn cycle, right? No, you deserve everything that you have and so much more. And the number one way that you can start doing that is by changing your mindset about it. Yep. I wake up every morning to a different song. I'll start writing it down. Yes, totally. Except today. Today was an intense pain. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is, oof. Okay. All right. This is like a whole bunch of spammers. Okay. Let me delete these and then we'll get on with the winner. Right? Okay. Oh, there's like a way more freaking, what is it called? Spammers than usual. Okay. Are you guys ready? I don't know why, but I look really skinny right now with my arms doing this. My arms are not skinny. My son was like, "Oh yeah, it's the muscle right here," and he grabbed it and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know there was fat there." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, there is. Not everyone can have 0% body fat like you, right?" Okay, so here we go. So I'm just gonna say thank you guys for blocking people, or maybe I blocked them. I don't know. Anyways, all right. So spirit, um, please help guide us to the person that would benefit and needs this reading the most, to have get messages for their highest good. Okay. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, here we go. Melissa! Ooh, I love it. I love it. How do I stop it? There we go. I love it. I love it. How do I stop it? Melissa, are you on here? It's Melissa Sitka. I don't know if I remember her. Okay. Woo, woo. Okay, so now since that's over with, right? So we got the card of the month. Hope you guys remember that, right? Oh, thank you, Cheryl. And that's what I was going to say too. Yeah, for sure. Definitely congratulations to Melissa, right? And next week, you guys, I'm going to bring out my crystal ball, right? And we're gonna do crystal ball readings, right? So that's just gonna be tons and tons and tons of fun. So and bring some, share it or whatever, and let people know if you guys are having fun with this because I would love to, get more people, on here. And it's because too, a lot of people have like the abilities to do this kind of thing. And I feel like they need to know that, so we just need to spread the light and love more. That's how I feel. We need definitely a little bit more love. We need to take a little more time for girl time and fun time because I think there was like a couple guys on here at the most. Sorry, guys, right? So yes, so next Sunday is going to be the crystal ball thing. And I think that's all I've got to say. But anyways, I hope that you guys had fun. Thank you, Rick, for coming. I love you guys and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I will see you guys next Sunday.